We know their defence policy: withdrawal, retreat, surrender. Withdrawal from the world, retreat from our responsibilities, surrender to European federalism. You can't trust Labour on defence. Mr. President, war is messy, brutal and violent. To deter war must be our principal aim. Throughout our long history, Britain has been slow to quarrel, but when we fight to win. As Marc-Francois will understand, perhaps my most moving experience since I became Secretary for Defence was to attend the ceremonies to mark the victory over Japan. The march past of the veterans who fought for their country in the jungles and the paddy fields of Asia. Proud, erect, on parade for the last time so that the sacrifices that they made could be remembered by the whole nation. And the nation did remember, with a profound sense of gratitude. We also recalled with the deepest sadness the tens of thousands of lives that were lost. We remembered with horror the emaciated young men emerging from the prisoner of war camps, emerging into freedom, blinking. We reflected on a war that brought depths of suffering difficult for those of my generation to comprehend. I say the freedom for which they spilled their blood, the democracy for which they suffered, the sovereignty for which they died is not the property of this generation to surrender. Let us teach our children the history of this remarkable country. I don't mean the wishy-washy sociological flim-flam that passes for history in many of our schools today. I don't mean the politically correct debunking anti-patriotic nonsense of modern textbooks. I mean the real history of heroes and bravery, of good versus evil, of freedom against tyranny, of Nelson and Wellington and Churchill. The history that created a sovereign nation. The defence that protected our parliamentary democracy when every country in continental Europe fell to the dictators. The defence that will sustain that sovereignty yet. We are not ashamed to celebrate Britain's military prowess on the land, at sea, or in the skies. To remind the world that this great nation will not be put upon. We are Conservatives. We will speak of pride, of honour, of valour in battle, and yes, of glory. The SAS have a famous motto: who dares, wins. We dare. We will win.